Hi, YouTube. Thank you for coming to join my live. Um, I'm coming on this morning. I haven't been on in a very long time, probably a couple years. I have another channel that I do hauls on, like thrift hauls and stuff. But why is my head so crooked? I'm getting out here tonight to um, just catch up a little bit. And your girl is obviously older and more chunky and fluffy. um, I actually get to graduate June 25th with my adult high school diploma, and I am so excited. Literally 25 days, I will be a high school graduate. And I've also been working on my college courses since March of this year. And I'm currently attending Indiana Wesleyan University, and I'm going for my um, associate's degree in human services. I one day want to become a child like protective services or something with domestic violence for women or those that just don't have a voice to be heard. Um, and I've always had a passion for that. I've even written essays throughout my years, and I've worked with kids and those that again don't have a voice to speak for themselves all the time. And in this world that we're living in, I think it's good for kids to have guidance and family structured background. I also get on here and I'm going to be uploading new Christian speeches and stuff like that. I am a faith based female. I am 37. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the Lord. Um, and I am a married woman. I've been married for 6 years. My husband has had some very scary health problems and is finally getting on the right track, taking care of that. Um, so today, like, I just wanted to share with you, like, my very first um, assignment in my new course for this new semester, which starts today. And it's based on college writing. And my first assignment is a guided pre write, and it's going to become to a memoir. And we're supposed to rewrite and just whatever on the top of our head type of thing. And what I thought was cool is I'm going to write about my mom, and I'll explain to you. My mom passed away when I was 14 years old, and it was in 2003. She passed away February 2nd of 2003. Her birthday was February 6th of 2003, and then they cremated her February 7th of 2003. And I was in 8th grade, and crazy thing is 3 months after my mom passed away, I was in 8th grade. My my writing class course, reading, and I wrote a poem. We had to write poems, so don't judge me when I do read this to you, okay? Because I was only in 8th grade and I was mentally going through a lot. And so I wrote this in May of. It is so crazy. Look at these papers; they're so old. Um, May 6th of 2003, you guys. Crazy, huh? And so my poem that I wrote is pretty cool because my memoir is going to be about my mama. And here's a picture of my mama, and it's crazy because I look so much like her. It is crazy to me. This is my mother. Her name was Joyce. She was a stay at home mama. She had a very hard life growing up. Her shirt that she's wearing is realistic. Hard work never hurt anyone. And if you can tell, she's got some stains and holes from this was like one of her cleaning shirts that she used to wear a lot when she would clean the house. And she finally got a chance to sit down and take a break and um, was getting ready to watch her soap operas. Yes, she was a soap opera mama. She liked her daily TV. And normally, over here on her table, she would have a glass of tea or Pepsi, which she doesn't. It looks like she had milk. But this picture is one of my favorites of my mom because it just shows like how how dedicated of a mother she was and how hardworking she was. But yet she took time to take a minute for herself, even if it was just to watch a soap opera. And I'm gonna um, do my memoir about her. And I think it's pretty cool that I came across my writing from when I was in eighth grade. But I'm excited to share with you. I'm going to read the poem first, and then I'm going to read my memoir, rough draft, pre write. So if you're into this kind of stuff, please hang out and subscribe. Um, I'm still new to doing this, so it might sound a little choppy and sketchy, but I'll get better when I know that, yeah, along the way. So practice makes perfect, right? So let's get into it. Okay, this was called My Mom is My Hero. And it's My mom is my hero. She's short and thorough. Even though she's not here, I still have no fear. I know she can hear me. Sometimes I feel she's near. Although she's not here, I still feel secure. I smell her all around, although she's not in town. Sometimes I see her in the clouds when I go riding around. When I listen to her favorite song, I like to be left alone. When nighttime falls, I hear her in the friendly calls. When it rains, I hear her name. I try to stay calm and tame. I cry at times to ease the pain. I feel her all around me all the time, even in the stormy winds. She's as sweet as a bar of chocolate and as nice as a cuddly cardinal. She's an angel in the night who wakes me with the morning light. Her brightness is full of lightness, and when I think of her, I feel delightfulness. Sometimes I think life isn't fair, but when I think about all the good times we had, I just try and bear. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but instead I keep trying to be tough. I know deep in my heart she's in a better place, smiling down with her beautiful face. Every day I pray and ask, why does it have to be? And now I know where she is where she's meant to be. Now she's free of pain in the land of play, but I still wish it didn't end the way she went with pain. Now she's in the most beautiful place of all, the kingdom in the glory hall. And then it's the end. And I didn't even know how to spell my name right at that time, apparently. But that is from my eighth grade. How crazy is that, right? Oh my goodness. Eighth grade. I am 37. Man. And half of that is a lot of the reasons why I didn't graduate in time in my life because um, I had to move with family when my mom passed away, and I went through ninth grade fully, most of 10th grade. Oh, I did ninth grade and 10th grade. And then in the beginning of 11th, I dropped out because I had switched schools from all the time I was in school, and my credits got messed up. So I just gave up a little bit, but I went back and I kept working and working, and life had its moments where I had setbacks. But your girl finally did it. I finally am about to graduate, and I am so excited. Anyways, let's get into my memoir, which is pretty cool. It says, my mom had the most beautiful and memorizing brown eyes. I remember them being slightly slanted, with her eyebrows lifted. She had some wrinkles of wisdom under her eyelids. She had thin eyelashes, which made it easier to see her beautiful eye color. The joy, that love that shined off of her eyes let you know that she had such a loving and beautiful soul, as her eyes were the window to what she carried inside. Over the years, she used beauty products in her hair that made her hair thin out. It was a dirty blonde color that laid up on her shoulders. She didn't have bangs, so her hair flowed to the sides. It had the smell of white rain, green apple shampoo, and cigarette smoke. It had a soft and silky lightweight texture with a few dead ends. Hang on, guys. Her skin was a soft, pale white color with dryness in some areas. Although her hands were slightly rough from all of her hard work she did over the years, her skin was lukewarm to the touch. She had a few wrinkles on her hands and arms, and her legs had some sores, often due to her uncontrolled diabetes. The skin on her feet were somewhat cooling to the touch due to poor blood circulation. Her skin smelled like lilacs because that was the scent of lotion she used. She was about 5'11" tall, and her body was like that of a soft, cuddly teddy bear. She was fluffy gal with a little more to love. Her body build was similar to how mine looks now. Her belly sat as a sweet roll on the top of her lap, and her arms and her legs were a little more toned. Her shoulders sat sluggish a tad bit as her chest kind of pulled it down a bit. My mother's most dominant characteristic was definitely her beautiful smile. Although she didn't have teeth, her smile was such a beautiful sight to see. It lit up any room she walked in. Her lips were thin and sorry guys. She had dimples in each cheek when she smiled. You could tell her apart from anyone in a crowd because her smile was so infectious. The thinning of her brown hair and slight wrinkles on her skin let you know that she carried a lot of wisdom within her. She knew she conquered a lot here on earth in her short time. However, her smile, even though without having teeth, would fool you into believing she was younger than her actual age, because her smile carried such a joy as of someone who was still in her youthful years. My mom loved her soap opera shows, daytime TV. She would sit in her little recliner chair with one arm relaxing on the arm of the chair and the other arm holding her remote control. Sitting on her lap, she would often hold a cigarette in one hand as she puffed on her cigarette and chit chatted about her opinion of the show with anyone who was sitting in the living room with her. While I don't remember many of the phrases that she used to say, I do remember when she would call me or call me by my name. She would softly yell for me and say, "Bobby Joe, honey," just like that. "Will you please do Mom a favor and get me a glass of ice and make Mom a glass of tea?" Of course, I always made her a glass of iced tea when she would ask, and when I would bring it to her, she would thank me with such excitement in her voice, as it were the very first glass of iced tea she'd ever received. My mother would dress up once in a while, but her favorite clothing to wear were her vintage slacks, the ones that had the straps around the ankle. She had a pair in almost every color. She would wear those with an oversized baggy t-shirt that usually had some kind of cartoon character or design on it. One outfit that she would wear most often was this faded Tweety Bird t-shirt as pictured in that picture that had a few holes and stains and had a phrase that said hard work never hurt anyone written in bold lettering with Tweety Bird laying below the words. Her favorite shoes were a pair of slip-ons. Even in the very cold months, she would still wear her slip-ons. The aroma I remember of my mom was that of the green apple scented shampoo, pine soft from cleaning, and cigarette smoke. Her breath smelled of Pepsi or tea, and her hair gave off the smell of the green apple scented shampoo, while her clothing smelled of mixed from cigarette and smoke and pine saw from her cleaning the house. Her breath smelled between Pepsi or the after smell when she drank iced tea. All of these smells to this day remind me of my mom's own personal fragrance. And that is the like rough draft of the memoir, the pre-write of our memoir. And I just like thought it was so cool how I was younger and I wrote about my mom, and then here we are today, and I'm writing about her again, and it's really awesome, and I'm really excited. I am going to probably get off of here, but I know I don't have any subscribers really yet, or any likers, or any commenters. But if you do see this and you are interested and you're from Indiana Wesleyan University, let's get together and collaborate. I know that we have a lot of writing courses and a lot of some of the similar courses to go through. So maybe we can help each other out, to make the experience a little bit more smoother to go through. Um, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel, help me out, and help me get off the ground and help me get started. Um, I'm really easy to talk to. I don't care about drama. I will ignore negative comments. I don't care about that. I'm not here for that. Um, so just come hang out and let's have fun on this college journey. You'll also see other life updates and other things in throughout my life, and I'm excited to share with you. And like I said, I also do have another channel where I do thrift hauls, and I have a lot of fun with that too. So come hang out with your girl. Let's get going. I don't know how to stop this though. Oh, just saying.